Now let's try to find the total number of links on this page. So link, if I talk about any link on this page, I mean, there are so many links. If you click on any specific link, you'll see something common in this link. So the common thing in the link, over here, this should be, yeah, this is the link. If I click on this one, this is the link, right? If I click on this one, this is a link. So see, href is not common. Anchor tag is common. Links, this is again a standard HTML. All links in HTML starts from anchor tag, right? So same concept that we have used over here. If I say driver dot find elements by dot tag name I'll give it as A, and store it in a list of web element type links equal to this. So in order to print total links, I'll say total links are and plus links dot size. And in order to print all links on the page, I can run a for loop. Now this time I'll be running for each, like extended for loop. So I'll be creating a web element, a single element, which will iterate over this list. And from this list, I'll be saying link.getText. That's it. So it will get the text from all links on this page. It will iterate on all the links one by one and will get text from all the links. Along with text, I want to print URL as well. So I can say URL is plus link dot get attribute. So URL attribute is always href. In href, you have the link URL. So give the attribute name as href and print this. So print this, right? And I'll put a separator over here saying printing links. Save this and run this and let's see. And if I show you the console window, see, links from the entire page are being printed over here. So there are so many links. Okay, see, the last link is privacy policy. And if you see over here, the last link is privacy policy, right? The first link should be English. Let's see, the first link. See, there are some links which does not have text, but have URLs. See, first link is English. There are 325 links on the page. If in case you want to validate it, simply go over here and in your console, instead of options, say anchor. See, 325 total links. So that is how we got the exact count, by creating our own logic. There is no method to achieve it, right? We have written our own logic and we have extracted the option tags, the anchor tags, right? And now the question that we were facing, that if I say tag name anchor, it is actually getting links from the entire tag, entire anchor tag from the entire page. Same way, when I was saying by.tag name option, it will not just get it from this drop down, it will get it from all the drop downs which are there on this page. Although there was only one drop down, so we couldn't able to check that thing. But let's assume I want to print the links which are over here. Let's say not in this section, in this section. Yeah, I want to print links which are inside this section. So how many links are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 12. 12 links are there. So if I get the XPath, copy XPath, let's say if I get a unique XPath for this section or not. So XPath is $X. Yeah, so this is the unique XPath for this block, right? So this block as in this tag, and this is one single tag. One single tag is equal to one single web element. So this block is also a web element, right? This is also HTML component. So can I do something like I can go over here and say web element block equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath, and I can give this XPath over here. Can I do it like this? Right. So this is just a web element. I'm storing this into a web element. Now after storing into the web element, I can access any method of this web element interface. I can say block.click. Although click is not relevant, I'm not going to click on the block. I can do block.sendKeys as well. Although this is also not relevant, right? But I can access any method from this web element interface. See, if I take you to WebDriver interface again, what we did initially, we called driver.findElement and driver.findElements as well. So both are there inside the WebDriver interface. This is WebDriver interface. Find elements are there inside WebDriver interface. But if you click on web element and go down to the method summary, see, you find clear, click, send keys, all the methods related to web element in this web element interface. But if you go a little down, you'll see that find element is there in web element as well. Find elements is also there in web element. So it means when you are finding element from this web element, you'll be finding it within that web element. And instead of find element, you can also use find elements. So instead of using it over here, instead of driver.findElements, I can say block.findElements. So when you do block.findElements, it will find all the elements within that block only. But if you do driver.findElements, it will find it from the entire HTML component, entire HTML DOM, from the entire page. And this is the same thing we need to do it over here. So when we do driver.findElements by .tagname option, it will find it from the entire drop-down list. Now if I say dropdown.findElements, then it will gonna find within that drop-down list only, right? So let's run it and let's see if it gonna print 12 links. Although for option tag, we might not able to come to know because there is only one option tag. But let's see if it gives us just the 12 links. And let's see the link count. See, total links are 12. The first one is commons, the last one is community. So the first one over here is commons, and the last one is community, coordination, and documentation, right? So this is how we have actually extracted elements within the elements as well. And this thing is very, very important. Whatever that we did so far in finding multiple elements, this thing is very important. Because at times, it may happen, let's say, if you are on a page, and on this page, there are some submit buttons. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is one section that contains these submit buttons. Same section is there on a different area of that page as well. Over here as well. Right, over here as well. And let's assume, see, there are 16 submit buttons on this page. Let's assume, right, it's just an example. And all the 16 buttons have got ID equal to ABC. So all these buttons has got the same ID. ABC, 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 and so on. Right? Same goes for this, same goes for this, same goes for this. And what I want is that I want to click on the second button. with this ID only, ABC. Like I want to do something like, uh, I'll be writing a code, something like driver dot find element by dot ID. ID, I'll gonna give it as ABC, and then I'll gonna say dot click. See, if I do it like this, then this will not gonna click on the second element. It will find the very first element and it will gonna click on this. Maybe I want to click on the second element, or I may want to click on the third element which is inside this section, right? So if in case I want to click on third element on this section, so first I'll be taking the X path of this particular block, right? So what I'll do, I'll say web element third, or let's say second block equal to driver dot find element by dot ID. I'll give the block ID over here. And within this block, I'll say block dot find elements. Find elements with the ID ABC. Find elements by ID ABC. So it will gonna return me list of web element. And from that, I'll get the element at the second index, which should be the 1, 2, and third element. And get will return me web element. And then I can simply say dot click. So this is how I can get the unique locator of this element, and I can make it click on the third button inside the second block. So no matter if the XPath is like common with all the elements, if the ID is common with all the elements, if everything is common with all the elements, you can just store them into a list, and based on indexes, you can make it unique. This is one way of doing it. The other way we have already seen how to make a unique XPath or unique CSS, and how we can handle the elements uniquely on a page using that as well. So there are a number of approaches available. You can try this one as well, or you can try creating a unique XPath as well, or a unique CSS as well, right? But this is very, very important. So whenever you are working with multiple elements having similar property, you will be working in the same way. We're going to see some more examples as well in our upcoming section related to finding elements. But yes, if you are comfortable in handling unique elements with XPath, with CSS, you can handle any element uniquely in the HTML. And if you are able to handle all the elements uniquely, you can automate any website easily, right? So just get yourself comfortable in all these things. These are very, very important, right? Thank you.